teacher YOKO-ONO,
And I am teacher Angela, and we are here to teach you a sentence diagramming. How to diagram a subject complement. A subject complement is a noun, pronoun, and adjective that completes the meaning of a linking verb. There are two types of subject complement. There are predicate nominative and predicate adjective. Predicate nominative is a noun that follows a linking verb. It renames the subject. For example, Angelo is my brother. Angelo is our subject here, and is our linking verb, while the brother is our subject complement. To diagram this sentence, first we're going to draw a horizontal and a vertical line. We're going to put the subject, which is Angelo, to the left side, and our linking verb is to the right side. To separate the linking verb and their subject complement, we're going to draw a slanted line. Then write the subject complement here, which is brother. This slanted line back towards to the subject. You can see there is modifier in the sentence, which is my. Below of the subject complement, draw a slanted line and write the modifier. Angelo is my brother, and that's how we diagram a predicate nominative. Next is a predicate adjective. Predicate adjective is an adjective that follows a linking verb. It describes the subject. For example, the dance vibes perfectly. Our subject here is dance. A verb is vibes. And the adjective is perfectly. To diagram this, still draw a horizontal and a vertical line. And put the subject on the left side and the verb at the right side. Again, to divide a verb and an adjective, we're going to draw a slanted line here, slanted line, and put the adjective. And we're going to put the modifier the below of the subject. The dance vibes perfectly. That's how we diagram a predicate adjective. Indirect object. Indirect object is a recipient of the direct object. It answers the question to whom and for whom. For example, the photographer showed me his pictures. Our subject here is the photographer. Showed is our transitive verb because there are objects. Pictures is the direct object. And me is the indirect object. Diagram this sentence, we're going to draw a horizontal and a vertical line again. And put our subject here at the left side. And our transitive verb at the right side. And to separate our transitive verb and the direct object, draw a straight line. And put our direct object here. And for our indirect object, draw a slanted and a straight line below of our transitive verb. And put our indirect object. And for our modifiers, the here at the below of the photographer, and his below of the picture. The determiner "the" is written in a capital letter. The photographer showed me his pictures. And that's how we diagram an indirect object. We're going to discuss a compound subject and a compound predicate. Compound subject has two or more subjects and combined by a conjunction and have the same verb. For example, Andrea and Jan played. Our subject here is Andrea and Jan, and our verb is played. To diagram this compound subject, we're going to draw a horizontal and a vertical line. Since we have two subjects, we're going to draw two branches that will separate our subjects. Put the first subject here, which is Andrea, and Jan here. We're going to put our verb again to the right side. Then draw a dotted line and put our conjunction. To read it, Andrea and Jan played. The opposite of compound subject, the compound predicate has two or more predicate or verbs and have the same subject. For example, contestants were either running or swimming. Our subject here is contestants, and our linking verb is were. And we have two predicate, which is the running and swimming. To diagram this sentence, firstly, we're going to draw a horizontal and a vertical line. We're going to put the subject at the left side, which is contestant. And the linking verb at the right side. And to separate our linking verb to the predicate, we're going to draw two branches again since they are two. Straight line, and right our predicate. And for the conjunction, which is either and or, we're going to draw again a dotted line. Either or. To read it perfectly, contestants were either running or swimming. Always remember, compound subject has two or more subject, and the compound predicate has two or more predicate. Complex sentence. Complex sentence is made up of one independent clause and one dependent clause. Always remember that independent clause can stand alone, while the dependent clause can't stand alone. It always starts with subordinated conjunction. Some example of subordinated conjunctions are after, before, as long as, and many more. Example, after they finish dinner, they watch the Superman movie. There are independent clause and dependent clause in this sentence. After they finish dinner is a dependent clause, while they watch the Superman movie is dependent clause because it can stand alone. Now let's identify what is subject, verb in the sentence. In the dependent clause, the subject here is they, finished is verb, and the dinner is the direct object. And in the independent clause, the subject again is they, watch is the verb, Superman is an adjective, and the movie is our direct object. To diagram this sentence, we're going to draw a two horizontal and a vertical line. By diagramming a complex sentence, the independent clause is always at the top and the dependent clause is at the bottom. The independent clause in this sentence is they watched the Superman movie. The subject here is they. The verb is watch. And to divide, to separate the verb and the direct object, we're going to draw a line here and put our direct object. And now, the dependent clause. The dependent clause goes here, which is the after they finish dinner. The subject is they. Verb is finished. Again, draw a line here to separate and dinner. Our subordinating conjunction, which is after, we're going to write it here with a dotted line. Big letter, and our modifier, which is the and Superman. 2 is slanted line, the, and the adjective Superman that describe what movie is that. To read it, after they finished dinner, they watched the Superman movie. And that's how we diagram a complex sentence.
Now to diagram a prepositional phrase. First, what is preposition? A preposition is a grammatical term of a word that shows relationship between items in a sentence, usually indicating place, time, direction, and position. Commonly used prepositions are on, in, of, to, and from. For example, the car in front is red. The car is the subject, in front is the prepositional phrase, is our linking verb, and red is a subject complement. To diagram this sentence, draw a horizontal and vertical line. Write the subject in the left side, and is for the linking verb, and for the subject complement, draw a slanted line and write it here. For the prepositional phrase, draw slanted line and straight line and write the preposition in and front. And last, for the determiner, draw a slanted line and write the here for the determiner. That's how we diagram a prepositional phrase. Modifiers is a word, phrase, and clause that is modifies, gives information about other information in the same sentence. Adjective and adverb are modifiers. In our sentence, we will be able to see how adjective and adverb describe other words. Adjectives describe nouns and pronouns. They answer how many, whose, they, and what kind. For example, the yellow duck quacked. To diagram this sentence, draw horizontal and vertical lines. Duck is our subject. Quack is our verb. And yellow is the adjectives that modifies our subject. Draw a slanted line and write our modifiers. For the determiner the, draw the slanted line below the subject. how we diagram adjectives as modifier. Adverbs are words that describe verb, adjective, and adverb. They answer how, where, when, and why. In this sentence, draw horizontal and vertical line. Rover is our subject. Hold is our verb. And loudly is our adverb that modifies our verb. That's how we diagram adverb as modifiers. Direct object is the receiver of the action. For example, Ayashi eat the bread. To diagram this sentence, draw horizontal and vertical line. Ayashi is the subject and it is the verb. And bread is the direct object. To separate the verb and direct object, draw a straight line here and write the bread. And for the determiner, draw a slanted line and write the below the direct object. That's how we diagram direct object. Compound sentence is a sentence with two or more independent clauses with no dependent clause. In this sentence, we have two independent clauses. The first independent clauses is Carol called Sasha. Let's diagram. Draw horizontal and vertical line. Carol is the subject. Called is the verb. And Sasha is a direct object. And for our second independent clause, draw horizontal and vertical line. It was the subject. And was is the linking verb. And late is the direct object. To join the two independent clauses, draw a dotted line and put the conjunction. That's how we diagram compound sentence.
Clap.
It contains of subject plus verb. For example, she danced. Our subject is she and our verb is dance. To diagram this sentence, we're going to draw a horizontal and a vertical line. We're going to put the subject at the left side, she, and at the right side is the verb, which is dance. And that's how we diagram a simple sentence, subject plus verb.
Example, she cooked. To diagram this simple sentence, draw horizontal and vertical line. She is the subject and cook is the verb.